Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Psychonauts. Let's continue. So we now know what the final collectible is. It's brains. As it is, there is clearly a brain that has been stolen from each of the kids, or most of the kids. I'm not seeing all of them listed here. In fact, these might be um, well, this actually might be all of them. So, really, at this point, it's been very slow to get to this point, but we kind of feel like we're somewhere close to halfway through the game, and we won't have any interaction with any of the characters going forward, and we've barely had any interaction so far. We now have a lungfish collar that will let us cross back to where we were, but we're missing any of the candy, which I'm going to end up having to clearly pick more of that up.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads.
We have something
nearby.
here, which is Lily's bracelet. That's what we're looking for, is we're looking for Lily, who's
Have you crows seen a... Hey, I was talking to you, jerks.
have been like kidnapped. I have a new expanded ability to burn things, but honestly, I'm not sure. Let's see what this does. Seems to do nothing at the moment. This guy to the left seems crazy. So we got a shield, which we probably won't use. We probably still need levitation on the left bump. And if we're gonna do anything, it's probably telekinesis on the right bump. Let's see. Swinging around. Doesn't seem like it's anything.
Who are you working for?
What? I'm with the Psychonauts.
The who? Oh, that doesn't fit in. That doesn't fit in at all. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Oh, okay, but...
So this guy is crazy, and this is one of the things we had heard about the Psychotonium,
to keep down the infrastructure.
is that it was a element that would drive non-psychics crazy.
Big oil? No, wait, I mean...
So we've got to talk to this guy, I guess.
Who do you work for?
I'm the guard. I've been fully trained. With the backing of...
Now what we could do is just go into this guy's brain.
We're digging
Is that what
away
we
at
do?
the plastics.
Now this guy has some bad mental cobwebs for sure. You won't get too far in here unless you buy a cobweb duster at the camp store. Do you want to still jump in and try? No, let's come back
Wait,
later.
If I know anything, I know that they... Yeah.
So
Are
Can't get a
controlled
good
by...
grip. Can't get a good grip.
let's grab these guys.
How to get the truth.
At full speed, this
Like I
ball
don't
will
know
also do
that they-
damage.
Are working for the doctor's back at...
Guess I'm locked outside.
I'm locked on the outside and I'm locked on the inside. Foreign toy makers who are merely the pawns of the squirrels and the psycho... What's its... Huh? No, wait, I mean...
So is it supposed to be blocking me, or am I supposed to just be glitching?
Pelicans? Who are merely the pawns of...
Let's try Lily's bracelet.
Industrial complex.
You gotta let me in. My friend's in there.
Sorry, the milkman has the key. I am not the milkman. I'm the guard. Right. With the full blessing of some sort
I
of...
don't think I want to
Okay.
put this bracelet on just yet. I think Lily and I need to talk about our
We're
relationship
dialing
first.
in through the optics.
So you can't put the bracelet on yet.
You know anything? I know that they... Organized labor. The cows. Ha. Know the truth.
Yeah, I
What?
don't even know
Sure,
why I
the
had
nose on my face. I am sure they...
the feather in the first place.
Yeah. deal back in '68 with all them haters because they want the
Seriously, I have like no idea what I'm even supposed to be doing here. Let's just call this guy and see. Do we want to even try and upgrade ourselves? I don't even know if I have enough things to potentially upgrade. Let's just talk to this
Agent
guy.
Cruller,
We
do you
just
have
once
any
again
advice
need
on the
help.
current situation?
Go into this guard's mind and see if you can find a way to make him open the gate.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Crawler out.
black belt, man. Man, this stuff is hot.
Okay.
My father, he was a good man, but he served a
This
cruel
is
master.
ridiculous. So theoretically, I guess I was just supposed to have the cobweb duster because the game is saying you need the cobweb duster. Yeah, and I can't do anything with that. If you blow that thing on the beach while holding then our hulking lungfish friend is going to come out of the water and take you to the lake. You sure you want to do that? Yeah.
What's
Unless
up, Linda?
I was supposed to use
Prepare
this
yourself for passage,
to open the other
human
gate.
child.
Ugh.
And see, we have to be in Act 2. I am also noticing in the skybox of that area and in the clouds, there's all kinds of like faces showing up in the clouds. And that's weird. Okay. So, I can't collect everything still because we have that aversion to the water, which we're clearly going to have to deal with that at some point. Let's see. Can I manipulate the physics to get up high enough to get on top of this roof? I wonder if I'm actually just supposed to do something different. That was a weird sound effect. Is there supposed to be a bear somewhere?
Watch it! Ow!
So that's some kind of different creature. That's not a bear, it's like a saber-tooth tiger. Which I still suspect I could probably burn my way into that. Fine. Well, I don't have any shots anyway, so I may have been able to shoot him if I just had some bullets. That might also be the problem. More and more of the actions that I can complete in this game kind of directly correlate to being in the circus. Which honestly might have made more sense if Raz started this game in the circus, doing circus things. Alright. Can I make it all the way to the top? Yes, I can. So then that leaves me with a couple of areas where I could just levitate to, so.
Mental cobwebs getting you down. I've got just the device up here in the main lodge store. Why don't you come on up and score yourself a cobweb duster before they're all sold out?
Come on, get up there. And if I can just stand on this. We'll take that. And then I think that gets us close enough. So how many collectibles are in this area? There's one side challenge marker, one scavenger hunt, 0 brains in this area. And we may find out that there are kind of no brains in this area in the entire camp. I did heavily suspect that we were going to eventually make it to a point where the camp would be done for and we would move on to a new area. And I think we have hit that point, or almost at that point. Shield upgrade is now ranked up. We have 97 figments. How many figments in total are there? I guess you can't really tell. And this may turn into a lot of extra time, a lot of extra gameplay, though, because if 400 is what we need for the cobweb generator, then we're fine. But if it is actually much closer to to 800, well, I have no idea how you work for that. Yeah, I don't want to waste a bunch of time trying to get the deep arrowheads. Not right now. In this area, there's only 2 scavenger hunt items in total. And we kind of know one of them belongs to the squirrel, which I think I probably could get this right now if I just set invisibility enabled and then just walk over to the squirrel. We just got the golden acorn. And then as far as this one, I probably don't have the right ability.
Nope, still won't budge.
That would be my guess. I mean, if it was going to be anything, it would be levitation, and it would be rolling the ball directly into this hole. That would be my guess, is what you were supposed to do. But that doesn't seem particularly easy to pull off.
Remember to keep filling up those scavenger hunt forms. We got a couple of big promotions for the winner.
There we go. If it was this, that would work. And it didn't.
Nope, still won't budge.
So we can just kind of roll around here. But what we're going to roll into is A, because it's nighttime, we're not going to see anything, and B, there's not going to be anybody because of just the fact that I think everybody is gone. Wow. Potentially being attacked by much bigger creatures now. And there really isn't anything even to smash around to collect collectibles for. So I really don't understand why they didn't just give us the cobweb gun in this point. Like, we should have just found it on the shore. It would have made a lot more sense than having a store and having to purchase it. There's no scenario where this works out well and you have somebody go, oh, I'm so glad that you made me run around the entire map again, potentially collecting arrowheads, because I didn't have enough. At best case scenario, you're going to have some players just not recognize or realize that there was this artificial barrier and gating. Everybody else is going to be incredibly frustrated, as I am. And I'm not likely, I think. I don't think I'm likely to run into anybody any new area that I haven't seen before. Let's see if breaking all these could get me anything other than health, which honestly I need health too, so. There I have 3 shots, 6 shots. Well, each pellet is at least now giving us more than 1 shot, whereas before I kind of felt like it was only giving us 1 shot. And as we move the story forward, it does seem like we are does seem like we're convincing them to give us some more life, but there's no huge benefit to having more life either. Let's see. Yeah. Seems like you pretty much have to take these guys out, these bears out, with a psychic shot. Or we can set off some alarms. that's interesting. What collectibles are in this area? There's literally nothing in this area. So the only thing I could think is that I can't, I just need to run away from these guys because these guys are gonna kill me. See, losing a life in this scenario, in the real world, I don't think works particularly well. Does the guy disappear? No. Like, he is killable, but it takes a lot of shots, and he's just gonna burn you severely. It did refill my shots when I died. Honestly, it feels like I've just straight up potentially lost the game because I chose to upgrade early when it wanted me to instead save every single item.
Nice cobweb duster. Take that into someone's mind with you. You can clean up. They're happy to be rid of the webs. Sorry, Matt, no can do. We only trade in hard, cold titanium arrowheads here. If you don't have enough, why don't you run around outside a bit and dig some up? Or crack open some mental vaults. Always something valuable in a vault. Now with that, that's my last cobweb. All right, go get more airheads and come on back.
Nobody's in here watching cartoons. I thought the kid might be. So either I was supposed to just go into that guy's head even though it warned me wrong, because that's like a default warning, or I've just played this whole game wrong. I mean, there's very, very little I can do otherwise. Let's see, and in this area, there's literally just one side card. And I kind of feel like brains might appear in this area. Otherwise, there's a very large argument to not be in here. There's no kids in this bunk. There's no kids in this bunk. And there's no kids in this bunk. Which that tells me more than likely the entirety of the kids have already been kidnapped. And let's see if we can find the one thing I missed. I'm wondering if there was something over here I missed on the way down. Okay, card. Seems like the answer to that is no. Unless there was something very high up It's nice that that transitioned very nicely. So I have to assume that the side card is just like up against this section, even though that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm just hitting an invisible wall at this point. Where would you be hiding, game? Can't roll up this whole area. And see, the bad guy's not here.
The coach's mental radio. This is how he was unknowingly broadcasting his dreams of world domination to me and Lily.
But you can't do anything with it. Unless I'm supposed to, say, use that with that.
I don't think I want to put this
Or use
bracelet
that
on
with
just
that.
coach's mental radio. This
No.
is how he was unknowingly broadcasting his dreams of world domination to me and Lily.
This is like the highest point. Unless you're supposed to climb up this tree. So it must be in a fairly mundane, kind of boring location. That was glitchy. The final side card. Because if it were anywhere special, we would have seen it, wouldn't we? Is it on the other side of this fence? It doesn't seem like I can go on the other side of the fence. I wonder if it isn't way up there. It does look like there's something that is stationary in that direction, but I have no idea how you would accomplish that. Some of these little animals highlight, and they did say something about telekinesis, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is an ability we're going to get to that lets us take control of grasshoppers and other creatures and then play through their eyes. Then maybe the bird would fly somewhere and we could find that.
Where
Let's
would
see.
you like me to take you, Agent Crawler?
Main Lodge, Ford Sanctuary, Agent 9's lab, please.
Agent 9's lab, please.
With pleasure.
Hmm. Let's see, maybe, just maybe, if there's something here that would make sense. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna just have to wander around. Now, with looking at the number of brains there are missing, clearly there aren't that many rooms. Sasha's shooting gallery. Coach Andrew's basic braining. Lunger Fishopolis. Brain tumbler experiment. Milo's dance party. Or Sasha's lab. And interesting that that didn't load. That didn't load out. Okay. Let's just go to, like, I guess we have to assume that I don't need the cobweb thing yet.
Where would you like me to take you, Agent Cruller?
Which at a certain point,
It's time to
it
go
does
to
just kind of boil
Yes, sir,
down
Admiral,
to
sir.
an idea that maybe you never actually need the cobweb item. Alright, let's... It did warn me away from leaving the area I was in.
What's up, Linda?
Prepare yourself for passage, human child.
Ugh.
Clearly, it doesn't matter though. The fact that I spent a couple hundred of the anchors of the arrowheads, but well, on the dream fluff was a mistake, and they shouldn't have just not. They should have just not let us have
Has
that
been
at all.
officially linked with the doctors back at the clinic. Huh? Someone has to get this.
You know what? Actually, let's go back to HQ here.
Huh?
We didn't check that out.
I need to regroup back at HQ.
Affirmative. Prepare for extraction.
Information to the people.
Let's go back here and see if maybe he's going to give us some new abilities.
Razputin, come up here. There's something you should see.
Yeah, that may very well have been the problem. Is that I simply just had collected several levels and not come back to the area to accept them. Let's just make this easy on ourselves and do our levitation. This was the storage room that wasn't being used before.
You're the only one left, son. Can't even make a connection with Sasha or Mia right now for some reason.
Sasha said he had some official Psychonauts business.
Impossible. I would know it if they did. No, something's happened to them. Razputin, listen. You're the only one who can stop Oleander now.
What about you?
I can't leave this cave, Razputin. Not as the Ford Cruller you know.
What? Why?
Years ago, I was in a terrible psychic duel that left me barely alive.
Yeah, I read about that. They said your psyche was shattered, that you lost your mind. But you seem fine to me.
Yes, when I'm down here near the Titanium mother lode. The concentrated power of the Titanium pulls my thoughts together, keeps me like my old self. But if
Interesting
I leave this
story.
sanctuary, my psyche becomes disjointed, and I fall into one of my other personalities with no memory of who I really am.
I'm not sure I
I'd be no
believe
use
this.
to you unless you needed something raked or mopped.
Well, you can call headquarters and get help.
The Psychonauts won't listen to me. They wrote me off as a loon years ago. That's why Sasha and Mia have to take on all my missions. Headquarters doesn't know I'm the one behind the assignment, so they'd never get approved. But Sash and Mia seem to be out of commission now. You have to be my field agent, Razputin. Are you ready?
I guess. You say yes.
Yes.
Good. You have to find where that monster took the girl. And if you locate any of the other children's brains along the way, bring them back to me for recranialization. Understand?
Ew. I mean, yes, sir.
So did we really need this cutscene at this point? I have to question it, really. Seems like this is just another distraction and another slowing down of the gameplay. So we'll see if we have any of these so that we can level up. I wouldn't be surprised if I could level up a couple times. Rank. We're looking for one more rank and we could get to rank 55.
I still need to buy a Psy core at the camp store before I can use this machine to make Psy challenge markers.
Okay, well then I guess I need to talk to the guy to get back to where I was. I wonder what all these seats are going to be used for. Okay. And I'll just run down here to try and speed this whole process up.
Agent Cruller?
What is the current situation?
Let's see.
I'm ready to go back into the field.
Okay, let's see if I remember exactly where you were.
Okay. So I either missed something or I need to go into the guy's brain. I'm one level away from getting maybe another ability, but I don't think it will be a important ability. Like, I assume if I do get any other abilities for getting level 55, it will not be new and it will just be an upgrade to something else. Particularly what we're looking for is an ability to control the birds and fly with the birds. Let's just use this. Let's just do this and see how this goes.
Not another tracking device.
Apparently, if you put the door on the head of anybody, front or back, you can jump in their brain. Clearly, this guy is crazy. He says the milkman has the keys.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost complete. Just a few missing pieces.
Yes, now, which piece talks about the milkman? The one who opens the asylum gate?
But it's all about the milkman. Can't you see?
Is this like one of those 3D paintings? I can never do those.
Now, I wonder if this is going to be a level, or just a cutscene, or another fight, because we've kind of had 2 or 3.
Ooh, sorry.
We've had like 2 fights in a row.
I don't drink. Before noon, I mean.
We're dialing in through the
Right, well, what I want to do...
Someone has to get this information to the people.
Yeah, we now have offensive shield. Enemies who use melee attacks when your shielded or knocked back. That's fine and all, not really gonna help. I want to break as much as possible to try and get as much currency and
I'm telling you, I don't know where the milkman is.
shots
I don't want any half
and
half.
health.
I'm already half and half.
There's some creepy pictures over here.
The dog track
Yep.
regulators. Doing the dirty work of the tuna canneries.
I really just have to feel like, compared to modern games, if you were gonna go weird like this, this wouldn't have been a 3D platformer. This would have been a more more something closer to a walking simulator. What remains of Edith Finch, things like that.
The psycho. No, wait. I mean,
And this would be just something that was released independently. It's crazy to just get clairvoyance that way. I was not expecting that at all. But yeah. Like, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, What Remains of Edith Finch. Games like that, Gone Home, all small indie games that were short in their width of their game, for lack of a better term. And thus, you could just tell the story you wanted to tell. You didn't have to put a whole bunch of gameplay mechanics in it. You didn't have to overexert yourself. Where this game feels like it definitely had to, probably because of contracts with Majesco, make itself a game that by the end of development, clearly Double Fine did not want to make this kind of game. And so it'll be very interesting to see what Psychonauts 2 really is like, if there is barely any platforming at all, or if it is just all cutscenes with a few puzzles. Clairvoyance lets you see through the eyes of another, try it on a person directly, or on a handheld object that bears a special aura. Okay. So,
eggheads in there.
we'll try it on him. And we can now see all kinds of weird markings.
The milkman's dead? Ah, crud.
Burned up in a department store fire. Didn't you hear? At least that's what the media would have you believe. Is he dead or not? Go to the graveyard. Dig him up. Oh, you'll find something all right. But it's neither man nor milk. Ha. We're digging
Well.
away at the plastics. And be careful. They're watching all the time.
Okay. Now,
I feel like
how
the
am I gonna
game
find some creepy graveyard in this
should have
nice,
warned
normal
me
neighborhood?
way earlier to buy the cobweb thing. But how can I even make that complaint? Like, the game literally told me in the first level to save up for the cobweb gun. But honestly, they should have just adjusted the price and made it a earnable item instead of a purchasable item. I mean, it's just so crazy that I would be warned away from jumping into a level that I was supposed to jump into. Let's walk on these barbs on the roof here. Is there any more things to find over here? Interesting, there is eyes here, but I can't lock onto that trash can and do anything with it. And it seems like just everything has eyes, and this guy's just clearly very paranoid, although just because he's paranoid doesn't mean somebody isn't out to get him. Interesting. So I can look through the eyes of that thing with the clairvoyance. Oops. Well, I need to refill my health, obviously. So I can look through the eyes of this, and I can see myself as the milkman, which is weird. I don't know if there's a puzzle here or not. Or it's just insanity. Now we have a stoplight. Which... Interesting that we have a stop sign. So yeah, this feels like this is supposed to be kind of a creepy mystery game. Like a creepy mystery section of the game. But I don't know if there's really a game here or what.
Thank goodness it is Friday. I work on the road crew.
There we see our first cobweb. Which maybe that is an indication that we can't go any further.
Stop. Road crew workers only beyond the yellow line.
You guys are road crew workers?
Yes, we work on the road with these red signs.
I see. Well, do you guys know where the milkman is?
Why do you ask that question? Are you the milkman?
Do I look like a milkman to you?
That information is restricted to the road crew. Please move along.
So either I'm supposed to be using
on
the
the
sign.
Road crew
This
is
is my stop
arduous
sign.
but rewarding. Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
Okay. Invisibility has now been upgraded.
No pedestrian traffic allowed. Thank goodness it is Friday.
That seems like that was a fairly
Being on a road crew
arbitrary
is arduous but rewarding.
thing.
It is very hot here, working on the road.
And see, I can't really
My red
move.
sign helps me work on the road.
I can't
Dangerous conditions
really
ahead.
adjust my vision
Caution,
without
men working.
walking my character off the edge. There's clearly two concepts here that have been merged terribly. There should be the perception puzzle that is occurring here, where everybody sees everybody as something different. Yeah. And maybe the flamingos see you as you truly are. And then there is the platforming and falling to your death puzzle.
Someday, the popularity of mobile phones will make my job obsolete. Stop.
Let's see.
This is a restricted area. Stop. Come with us. Who is the milkman? Do you serve the milkman? How long have you been working for the dairy industry? Where did you get the red sign?
So that killed me.
I
Dangerous
am on the road
conditions
crew.
ahead.
This is my stop sign.
Not a through street. Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
I don't know why that tricked one group of people and established that that would work. Oh, because now I need a telephone.
Poles.
I need a telephone worker.
Can you hear me? I have a special phone.
Then this
is my
guy
job,
needs...
to work on the phone lines. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I am fixing the telephone lines.
What I'm not doing in this level though is collecting like a lot of arrowheads. So if I could recover even one kid's brain and then it would hand me potentially 50 or even 100 arrowheads, that would be appreciated.
Hello, sir. I am a rainbow squirt. Would you like to buy a box of my delicious rainbow treats?
I would buy some cookies, but I don't have any milk. Do you have any idea where I could buy some milk for my cookies?
Ah! Creepy man!
Well, that was weird. Let's see what she thinks I look like. She's gonna walk me off the edge again because she walks near me wherever I am. Might as well just put that away, I think. And I guess the question will come down to
I like to trim hedges.
did I potentially need to do something with that character? And is that character actually one of the kids, or is it just another random character? It would be easily explainable if people reappeared playing different roles and then you could reuse the same 3D models. Rank up to 60. Like, honestly, 2, maybe 3 more hours and we will have all the ranks, as much as I think is possible.
The sewer carries human waste.
This is a weird level, I have to say, because
I can listen to any phone conversation that I want, but do not because of my sense of professional responsibility. I am glad you are here to help me trim these hedges.
I'm finding all these tags, but I'm not finding any. Not finding
I
any.
take frequent breaks to avoid carpal tunnel syndrome.
Any baggage. Which, that's weird.
Is there anyone on the line?
Did I miss a
can climb
car
telephone poles.
somewhere? I don't feel like I did. Unless it was way, way back at the beginning of the game.
I can listen to any phone conversation.
And see, this is one of those cases where this feels somewhat like Mario Galaxy, but really just kind of feels like a hugely pale comparison.
I am a waste management technician.
Just slowly walk around the edge here.
Important, and we are responsible for its upkeep.
I feel like that's probably what's going on here. I'm just not sure if I'm actually going to be able to make it all the way. See, that's the graveyard. What do I need to get to the graveyard is the question. And see, like, Mario Galaxy just has the benefit of several games in front of it, as far as like Goombas and general characters, general enemies that you can establish or use that have already been established. Yeah. Whereas I honestly would just be happy if there were more sensors. Like, as one note in generic as the sensors were, at least they were something. Where this is just nothing. I'm being chased by cookie salesmen who are doing nothing to me. I'm being blocked by spies pretending to be different types of professions. Clearly, this is all from the perspective of a paranoid, delusional person.
I like to trim hedges.
That's nice.
They're whispering. 98. There was another 100 pigments. Leveling this up one more time. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we have a watering can. Which that feels weird because I don't recall seeing a watering can holding character, but maybe that's what gets us in the graveyard. I do think I hear some emotional baggage, and that's just like one life restored. I thought you'd get a full life restored. I thought I'd be able to climb that pole, but I guess not. I guess this is not a school, it's a post office, too.
I don't want to mail that. I don't want to mail anything in this box.
Okay. So we're looking around, trying to see if we found everything. We found most of it, at least. Let's see. This path goes in different directions.
This is my watering can. I use it on the plants to water them. It is a good day for watering plants. I am wondering.
So they want me to go
That is a
over
fine
here.
watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it? That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it?
Is
And
this
watering.
Plants need to have water poured on them because they have no hands to hold glasses of water.
I thought that would be like a secret hatch that would lead somewhere, but
I use it on the plants to water them.
I'm not sure that that's true.
I enjoy watering. It is a good day for watering plants. Without water, these plants would die. That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it?
Okay. So now we are on the edge of the maze. And we're trying to get a general idea. Oops. Trying to get a general idea if there's something I'm supposed to have or do with this maze. I don't think... Seriously? There's definitely some cheap deaths in this game. I may have to just use the smelling salts to get out of here. Like... Right, so... I was gonna say, I don't think I could jump all the way over this.
Seen any suspicious characters around here lately?
Sometimes you can use clairvoyance on an object to see from the point of view of the owner. Just hold the item in your hand and use clairvoyance power. Items that have strong clairvoyance reaction will appear with a special aura in your inventory. Alright, so this crow's feather, I suppose, is something we have, and this is something we also have that ability for. Let's try this first. Okay. Alright, we now see what we need to do. That's an interesting setup. So I have to go about that far. And then we need the invisibility set to... I guess I'll put it on the right trigger for the moment, since I don't think I'll actually need the marksmanship. Right. What happened there? Why did that wear out? Seriously? How long does invisibility last? It's clearly an item there. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. What is the thing that I need to not have the gate close on me?
I'd like to trim hedges. I'm not getting anything. I must be out of range or something.
So you have to be in range. Gate opens then. And unless there was something here.
Huh?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
If you use clairvoyance on that crow feather, you might get a bird's eye view of the situation.
I already got that. Do you have another hint?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
If you use clairvoyance on that crow feather, you might get a bird's eye view of the situation.
Nothing more to report at this
Well, I got
time.
enough. I got an achievement for talking to that guy a bunch. Yeah, I'm just confused. Is all I am. I'm just confused. Unless there was something I could do. There's no moving this. Now, there is a camera that pops out in the left. I see that, and I know that one. But there's also other cameras that pop out elsewhere. Is there a camera? See, it only pops out when it sees you. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, none of it makes sense. See, there's a camera over there that pops out. There's a camera over here that pops out. Let's just see if we can get to the end of this section. And we'll just have to come back to this level later, obviously. We get everything. Oh, it's like every emotional baggage is locked behind a cobweb. Okay, that makes sense. What does this guy want?
These flowers are a token of my remembrance for my loved one.
So
I
it's
wish
like
my loved one was not dead, but alive.
guitar or something? An extra life could be appreciated, but honestly, there should be a lot more places where extra lives were collectible. Boyd fired again. Boyd Cooper. Guard. Fired from Hernando's. He throws a milk jug full of gasoline, burns it down, gets thrown in the loony bin. Okay, so we now know who the milkman is.
This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
We don't have a duffel bag tag for him. Does seem like we could get
I am alone now and grieving.
We're looking for flowers.
The dead people are underground, and I have brought
I'm not
flowers
getting
because
anything.
I am sad.
I must be out of range or something.
The cemetery is filled with dead people.
And let's reestablish our levitation ability. So I can get over here. Which lets me get over here. Which lets me get over here. But does not let me really get inside the place. Any bit of health can help, I'm sure.
These flowers are a token of my remembrance for my loved one.
So we
sewer
missed
is
the
very
plunger.
important, and we are responsible for its upkeep. I need to
Funnily, I
prevent
think I could
blockages, and this
probably
device is
jump
one of
down
my
there.
tools. I am a waste management technician.
She just sees me as the milkman. I don't know if there's anything more one can do here. I think the game is right. I think let's just use this.
Man, these things smell terrible. Am I sure I want to do this? Yes, I want to go back to the real world that badly.
You're part of it. Stay away.
Okay, clairvoyance. Now lets us fly up and
What are my nostril hairs?
look.
Who are the puppet masters of those little green cops? Or else maybe
I don't know what we're really looking
the
at.
cows got in bed with foreign toy makers to get the AM tenderizer. Oh man, this stuff.
Do I need to get a specific cow?
Wait,
A crow?
Why did I say that? The manager of that boy band with the backing of the suits went to the prom with the doctors back at the clinic. Yeah. Can I really be the only?
Guess I'm locked
on the
outside.
outside and I'm locked on the inside.
Now, this has an aura to it, so we should be able to use this and use clairvoyance on her.
Well, I've reviewed your chart, little girl, and the bad news is we're gonna have to remove your brain. Strap it into an armored battle tank and make it shoot down innocent civilians with its concentrated psychic death beam!
I'm gonna kill you so much.
The good news is that your insurance is going to
Some of
cover
these
the whole thing.
jokes are
So,
kind of okay,
hey,
but there's
you
not
getting
enough of
warm in
them.
here?
No, I'm just trying to set you on fire through this stupid hat.
What a delightfully mean little brain you have. Just what we want. Here, do me a favor. Tell me if you think this smells like your doom.
So her nose is stopped up and thus
I
that
can't smell
can't make her
anything.
Curse it.
sneeze out her brain.
Stubborn little ball of phlegm, ain't ya? Well, that head cold won't protect you forever, little girl. And when it's gone, you'll be sneezing a different tune. A tune in the key
It
of
would have made more sense for her to just have allergies from day one.
In conjunction with the analyticals, man, bought votes to protect the suits.
Alright,
No
I
insubordination,
think
right, boss? Right? Wait, and if they
we
find out I know
are
this
doomed here, as it were.
stuff,
I don't
I'm
want to
dead.
crack open these smelling salts unless I'm in a mental
Of
world.
course.
Let's see, we can
But
try
I really
this.
want to
Spider
get
webs
out.
in it.
They
Taste it.
smell pretty bad.
Ah, they call it the Pelican. The Pelican knows the danger of plastics. Those little green cups. And the analyticals, man. Or else maybe.
Yeah, there's, I think, one more ability here that we're gonna get by doing this level. I think that's fairly obvious. And in doing that level, then we'll have all the abilities and we'll be in the next act, if not the final act. Seems also like we really only have so many.
I'm not getting anything. I must be out of range or something.
Well, it seems like we only have so much room for more items. Unfortunately, what I think we have to do is I'm just gonna have to grind off screen. Like, I can't imagine that there's anything else to accomplish here. Is that
What's up, Linda?
I could either run through levels and grind, and grind that way and try and get collectibles, or I run through levels and or I just run around the camp grinding for arrowheads. See, now we can see how they see us, how people see me, which is interesting because this is yet again flat 2D art that is being depicted. So more people were paid to make the flat 2D art instead of, you know, maybe making some more enemies, making some more 3D models, improving the way the characters really look. Like the only thing I could even imagine is if we go over here. There was that cave we haven't investigated. And this has put me in a weird position because in the old days of running my YouTube channel as a video game critic, I kind of wanted to be as honest as possible. Like, it's very common for other creators to edit out their mistakes and make themselves look perfect, and just edit out the grindy, boring parts and effectively show a dishonest long play of what the game experience was. And I've in the past resisted that, but I've also done it. So this wouldn't be the first time that I've said I'm just gonna play off screen and grind. I think in this case that makes sense because that took a while. So we found the diver's helmet in that area and nothing else, which then that I think means we got all the scavenger items in this area. So run around potentially here and try for collectibles, of which we won't find very many. Like the scavenger items, there's pretty much zero chance that we would collect all of these or right now. We need that last ability, I imagine. See, adult squirrels will often coat a regular acorn with mucilaginous whatever secretion that gives it a shiny golden coat. The sparkly trinket is used to attract possible mates. Warning, do not eat. Thick helmets like these have been used to protect those who dive in Lake Ubangada, not from the increase in water pressure, but from the hideous creatures that rumored to live in the lake, but is, of course, just an older legend. See. What other ones have we not read? I think we have read all the others. So, yeah. I feel like there's a low chance of us getting all the scavenger items. I think we've still got other levels to go to. I could buy a side core and go one level up, but it would just upgrade something else. As far as unlockable cutscenes, we still have a lot to do. Yeah, how do I get the inventory of what I actually have on me? I guess I have 455 arrowheads. And I seriously don't want to have to go back into a level to collect arrowheads, because that's too slow. So I think what I want to do is just use this. I think this is our only hope. And honestly, if I have in the past, cut out some content and played off screen, I think there is an argument that this time I should make an episode around it. For two reasons. One, I'm desperate to make content anyways. But also, this game, I think, deserves to be highlighted in its crazy repetitiveness anyways. And it may not be that long, frankly. This area may be so small that there may not be that many places for a deep fossil anyways. Yeah, 560. So that was like 60 arrowheads. So actually this may not be that long at all. $600. Now I guess the next question to ask after this, if we are going to get 800 and use that, is do you go overshoot and try and get the magnet? I think the answer to that is probably no. Well, that would be helpful. It's not super important. Honestly, what they should have done here is they should have just given me a treasure hunt mission. Like one single treasure hunt mission gives you potentially like 700 arrowheads. And a more modern game, if you were needed to have these elements in the game, which is a big if for this story and for the way this story is playing out, But if you needed to have them, you would have treasure maps. The treasure maps would tell you exactly on the map where the treasure was. You would go and find it, or at least, or maybe you would have some hints leading towards a treasure. See if it's up here. Interesting. I just picked up another thing. It wasn't the deep treasure. Didn't really realize the dowsing rod could pick up the other ones, too.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads nearby.
So let's attach this.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads nearby.
Yeah, we've got this kind of suited now. Yeah, for every single location that there is a deep arrowhead or every single location that there was a single regular arrowhead, had there just been a treasure there or a treasure map, there may not be as many deep arrowheads in this level, since we'd already kind of farmed them out. There we go. Still, you kind of have to be in the right place and smash the button a lot more than it feels like you really should have to. $766. That felt like a very small amount there. Just run over, grab some more. It would be too much work, though, to run around and look for another 400 arrowheads worth of deep arrowheads. There we go. 802. Finally. You see nothing there. And see, I'm not even 100% sure why that specific level required.
Oh, that's my last cobweb duster. Take that into someone's mind with you. You can clean up.
Take it.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, they wanted you to collect that at rank 20. I'm at like rank nearly 60.
What else can I do you for? Now with
But
that,
yeah,
you can change the color of
this
some of your
is
psi powers, like your levitation ball and what have you and what not. Well, kind of a vanity thing.
this should
In
really
my
just
day,
be an
psi
option.
powers
You
were
shouldn't
all
have to pay
great.
$250 for
Now,
that.
here's something every young
This should be
psi
something
cadet now.
earned.
You take that psi core there, put it together.
And I could use
dream
one of
fluff.
those, and I could
That's
use a
it
lot
for
of
now.
that too.
All right, go get more airheads and come on back.
So that was a big hassle, to say the least. Now we need to go back to the lake and go back to where we were using the item. See, we now have the cobweb duster, which I don't even think that has any use in the overworld. And then we're gonna have to go through that whole level again to try and find the milkman. And then theoretically
What's up,
there's
Linda?
one more ability.
Prepare yourself for passage, human child.
I guess maybe I could have gone to the brain tumbler and used the astral plane to jump into that level. But there's kind of no reason to even do that, because as soon as I beat that level, the gate in this location is going to open. At least I assume that's what
The National Park
happens.
System. No, wait. I mean, the freaky hunchback girl who loves brains. So much.
Can we skip? Yes, we can. Alright, so we are here, which is a different position. We have all the items we had before, which is interesting. Clearly there's one more point thing we need to collect. As far as life goes, can we tell what life, how much life we have? We've gotten 126 of 165 figments. It's just way too many figments. 1 of 2 vaults, 404 cobwebs. Yeah. It's ridiculous to be at rank 58 and just now collect the to-do item. In a lot of ways, this is very much like Brutal Legend, in that you run into this late game scenario that makes the game way more difficult than it had been up until that point.
Professional responsibility. I can climb telephone poles.
If you could climb the telephone pole, that would take
anyone
you
on the
over
line?
to that area.
This is my job, to work on the phone lines. I have a special phone.
And I believe left trigger to hover is always enabled, regardless of whether you have a left bump enabled as the telekinesis thing. And I guess slowly you could try and build up more currency.
We work in the sewer. The sewer carries human
And of
waste.
course, there's pigments I'm missing.
I need to prevent blockages, and this device is one of my... Stop. This is a restricted area. The most pleasant sewers
So I
can be found.
think we
in various
deserve to
areas.
at least pull this off once before we call it a day. Let's see.
Got it. This hat box needs a hat box tag.
So that collected the cobweb. Yay. That wasn't what needed to happen, obviously.
Boo hoo hoo.
See, that one
These
has
flowers are a token of my remembrance for my loved one.
flowers.
The dead people are underground, and I have brought flowers because I am sad.
And this has watering cans. We did find a watering can.
Without water, these plants would die. May I ask how much
Oh.
you paid for it?
I am making a pie.
Interesting. So I was supposed to go into lots of people's houses. Clearly.
Who is the milkman? What was in Cooper's fridge? What
Let's go and skip that.
Plants need to have water poured on them because they have no hands to hold glasses of water.
If that's the case, we kind of need to rethink the whole level. Like, and I kind of need to rethink every level. Seriously. Every single level has a refrigerator and an area. Okay, so I now understand what was going wrong here. And it didn't really have anything to do with cobwebs. It had to do with the fact that the game didn't make itself clear that you were supposed to go into each and every single room, every house. And so I'm going to have to basically run back to the beginning of the level and start all over again. And let's see, where are we in gameplay now? Well, the game says we've been playing for 8 hours and 10 minutes. Honestly, it feels like we're probably closer to 10 hours at this point. Yeah, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.